Baltimore. It's fighting to find its soul as it loses souls to a cycle of crime and violence. By virtue of being born in one of America's most dangerous cities, some are doomed before they have a chance to live.
Now, she said that, okay? Some are doomed before they even have a chance to live, right? So if you hear that, why will we continue to have kids and bring them into this? This is just my thought process. If ain't nothing good going on here, ain't nothing good happening, the cycle is you're going to end up one of two places. Why? Should I get it together first and then have children, or just keep having children and then I just deal with it? It's okay. Whatever. Maybe it's just me, y'all. Maybe it's just me. I know I'm unempathetic and unsympathetic. Always empathetic and sympathetic to kids until they do wrong. Then I got to take it away. I'm sorry.
Amani Grossman is one of those stories. Amani Grossman is Latresa Scaff's son. Latresa raised a family along Bonaparte Avenue in East Baltimore. It may not have been sweet, but it was home.
They've seen people get beat up real bad. You know, like I said, bodies. They hear gunshots. They couldn't go outside and play.
No place for a child to grow up.
Amani was a great kid. He was an awesome kid. He was like the life of the family gatherings. Make everybody laugh.
But that brightness began to fade as a teen.
He would talk about the violence every day. You know, like things like, Ma, if you don't get us out this city, I'ma die. I know I'ma die.
Despite
you got the kid saying this. You got the kid saying this to the mother. And I know it's gonna come up. Where's the father, child? Y'all, we just crazy over here, y'all. Okay. We ain't got the sense that God gave us, okay? I'm not saying that it's gonna 1,000% of the time, you know, make it right or whatever, but it damn sure is gonna help more so to have him than not to have them. Mind you, if you're, of course, dealing with someone who's got something about them, meaning the male in the child's life, okay? I mean, if you're going to get the kingpin drug dealer, that ain't going to do you no good for the most part, you know?
those fears, Amani remained resilient. That's Amani making a game-winning shot in a middle school game.
That ended up being one of those games where everyone rushes off the court and everyone's cheering and all that stuff. So that's probably the first memory that I have, or when I think of Amani, that's probably the first memory that I have.
Pablo Korapecki coached Amani in middle school.
He was the kind of player, you know, coaches dream about.
Away from school, though, Amani faced threats and unshakable street violence. At 13, his life was threatened at knife point, and he never shook what he witnessed while shooting dice one day along his block. Amani described to doctors how, quote, a guy came up and blew another guy's brains out. Doctors would later diagnose Amani with PTSD.
You don't even need a doctor to diagnose that, y'all. Like, I mean, okay, clearly, I can't imagine. Caprice 4100 says everything in the wire is true. I grew up. Oh, okay. So I was just about to ask anybody in here from Baltimore. Like Krishan Rock has gotten up out of this, okay? Just as an example, but she want to be out here acting like she's still in it at the end of the day. That girl needs help. She ain't going to get it, but that girl needs help. So, yeah, a dice game is a clue as the place to be the opposite. If you walking down the street and you see a dice game, you need to go back the opposite way. Ain't nothing nice about it. And he was 13 or 14, I think they said. And then you get to see something like that. Oh my God, it's enough stuff that we see here on the internet. Can you imagine being a part of it, being right there? He done already told his mama that we got to go. We need to go or else something going to happen.
Amani's evaluation followed one of his 3 arrests by the age of 17. The cases involved an armed robbery, a carjacking, and a sex offense. Prosecutors dropped the charges in all but one case. Amani pleaded guilty to the sex offense. A judge sentenced him to 10 years but suspended 9 of them. One of his childhood friends was a co-defendant in that case.
That's what kept drawing him back into the city, his childhood friends.
So Latrice sent Amani to Virginia to earn his high school diploma.
Wow.
So she sent him to Virginia once he was 17, had a carjacking, a robbery, and an essay. You sent him at 17? He said this stuff to you at 13. But, you know, we good mama. I'm good mama. I know she didn't say it, but this is just what I'm hearing. I'm a good mama. I'm thinking we probably should have listened to him back at 14. Besides the fact that if you grew up in Baltimore, you know what it is. But now after all the in his brain has been done, now we want to try to send him someplace. He didn't went to jail for a year, I'm assuming, since 9 was suspended. You get a 10-year sentence and you get 9 years suspended and only got to serve 1. I'm assuming that's how that works, right? And then the other 2, don't mean that those, just because the other 2 charges got dropped doesn't mean that they didn't really happen. And she's saying it's the friends. You heard that, right? It's the friends. It's the friends. It's the friends.
While he was away in school, he lost maybe like 3 of his close friends to gun violence. So that's when I got nervous about him coming back to Baltimore.
Latrice moved out of the city and into the county in the hopes of providing a safer life for her family.
He didn't like it out here. He said it was nothing to do. He was bored.
By 2016, Amani was back in Baltimore with the same childhood friend charged in that sex offense case. This video shows them together on September 14th. Seconds later, shots rang out. Amani's childhood friend stood by and watched as he was murdered.
I felt it. It was horrible. This is the most pain I ever endured in life.
It made you look in the mirror a little bit and figure out, like, where are we kind of failing on?
Amani's bedroom is just as he left it that day.
I just hug the pillow sometimes because I can still smell him.
Except for the jersey with his number on
He
it,
loved basketball.
a gift from the team.
He's at the end, number 2. I was picturing him going out of state to college, playing professional basketball.
The same
How was he? I'm sorry, y'all. How was he going out of state to play for college basketball if he didn't graduate from high school? Maybe it's me. I think you got to graduate from high school in order to get into college. You still got to take SATs. You got to qualify for college. Did something change? I graduated in 89. That's how it worked back in the 90s. I don't. Y'all, I'm not trying to be rude. I'm really not trying to be rude, but I'm sick of all these excuses. You can't wait until 17 to say, oh, no, we're going to get you out of here. The damage has been done. He's already committed 3 daggone crimes that we know of. Those are only the ones he got caught for. Of course, if he lived that type of life and you then go and take him to the county, which ain't that far away, y'all. You can just hop a bus, get a cab or Uber to get there. It's already in his system. What else was he gonna do?
picture now hangs in the gym at Amani's middle school behind the team's bench.
He's very much alive. In different places I've written down his name and things like that. So, you know, whenever I'm having a bad day, you might open the book in your notebook and you kind of see him, see his name there, and you kind of remember that there's a reason why we're here and there's a reason why we're doing what we're doing.
Amani was murdered 216 in the year 2016. Outside of family and close friends, he's been reduced to a number. More than 300 people each year faced violent death since 2015.
We count more homicides than high school graduates, and that's a statistic. A school system that doesn't care if your kids pass or fail, lack of knowledge, no education, means our kids can end up in jail.